Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's very easy, I say, to know what another person's next move might be if you paid attention, memorized, and you made a pattern. You created a pattern of behavior. That is, let's say you have Gigi, and Gigi, you have to pay attention to what Gigi does. So you have an issue, a problem, a situation, and see how Gigi reacts. And then you have to pay attention. And the same, something similar with the other situation comes up. And Gigi, you watch how he acts, how he behaves. And then again, something similar. So you see how Gigi behaved in all these, 5, 6, 7, 8, how many similar situations you can find. And you see how Gigi reacted. Therefore, you can understand Gigi's way of thinking. And probably you're going to see that Gigi, 9 out of 10 times, reacted in a certain way in similar situations. Therefore, you will know that when in the future a similar situation arises, Gigi most likely would react like the 9 times he reacted. Therefore, you can anticipate people's behavior in the past, in the future, based on the past. So it's very easy. That's why when for instance, I make a prediction based on this. Observing the past, creating a pattern, and then in the future I see if similar with what kind of behavior, what kind of circumstance. But you have to pay attention, you have to memorize, and you have to make a pattern. You make a pattern by memorizing the instances and the answers, the way that person, entity reacted. I said this a long time ago, which is about more than a year ago, that Russia and its bloc, which is in formation right now, with Brazil, India, China, and many others, Iran, North Korea, maybe South Africa, obviously, you got Saudi Arabia, maybe Turkey, and many, many other countries from Africa and South America, and Asia. So everywhere but Canada, United States, the weasels in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, and Japan. That's all. So these guys will create alternative institutions to the ones already put in place by the Western countries. This is the article. Congratulations. I was right again. Sorry to say it, but I was right again. Why? Because I knew how things work. I looked over. So here it is. This is an article from Russia Today. I don't consider myself a genius. Let's start with that one. I think it's just normal course of events. Russia proposes alternative to EU clearing houses. So July 6, 2023. A new securities depository exchange in the Persian Gulf could replace Euroclear and Clearstream, a top banker has said. So this guy says an international depository settlement hub should be created in the Persian Gulf to provide an alternative to the EU securities transactions companies Euroclear and Clearstream. The CEO of Russia's second largest bank, VTB, Andrei Kostin, said on Thursday. The reason why I prophesized and I said that's going to happen is because these guys in the West, they placed sanctions on Russia and they tried to destroy Russia's economy with all their sanctions. They kicked them out of SWIFT. They're going to talk about SWIFT as well. They frozen their assets. That means they're not trustworthy. So it's like a parent. The parent tells you as a child whatever he wants you to do, and you have to follow as a child. He has everything. He has all the weapons to make you do stuff. You as a child don't have anything. Okay? Just shut your mouth and do what you're told. So same here. These guys treated Russia as a child. You can't go and see Gigi today. Sorry. You're not going to go to the party of Mikey, right? You're going to be grounded. You're going to do your homework ahead of time. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're going to clean your room. You're going to feed the pets and so on. You can't go outside and play. You can't. You have to go to bed at 8 or 7 p.m. You got to be in bed. Things like this. Who the hell are you? Well, it's exactly what Russia says. Wait a minute. These guys kick us out like we are some beggars or something. We're not important. We're not equal. That's exactly how they get treated. But the Russians do not allow that to happen again. So let's move and read deeper here. Now pay attention to these entities or countries. Belgium, Euroclear, and Luxembourg's Clearstream are holding billions of Russia's central bank assets that were frozen last year due to Western sanctions against Moscow. The bulk of the seized funds is at Euroclear, where it reportedly generated around 750 million euros in interest during the first quarter of the year. So, do you know where Belgium is, my friends? Do you know where Luxembourg is? Do you know how big they are? No worries. Here it is. I did it for you. Here is Romania, the weasel country. Here is Russia as the proportion. And where is Belgium? And Luxembourg. Well, is this? No, this big one is Ukraine. Well, big one here, big one is Poland. This one, big one in Europe is Germany. The big one here is France. This is Spain. Big one. Man, I thought that England, right here, or Great Britain. I thought that Belgium and Luxembourg are some big important countries. Well, no. Here is where they are. I can make it bigger because they're so small. Here, see this little circle? Belgium and Luxembourg. You see my mouse, the arrow? That's as big as the arrow on a diagonal. Right here, Luxembourg. So this is Luxembourg, and this is Belgium. Now they tell Russia that they've frozen their assets. What do you think Russia should do in a normal relationship? Talk to this. Who the hell are these guys? They're together are smaller than Estonia. Let's put it as a together. If you put in Belgium and Luxembourg, smaller than this right here, this weasel, right here. Can you believe? And they are telling this guy in the green, hey, you know what? We will withhold your little thing here. Okay, you got it? Now here it is. Costin also called for an alternative to SWIFT, the international financial messaging system. Russian banks were cut off SWIFT last year, which made it impossible for them to carry out transactions with foreign financial institutions. All right, my friends? And then don't forget about this one. The Chinese yuan. And that's going to replace the US dollar. And maybe people will start, which is something that Russia pushes, countries to start, doing business in their own currencies. So, I was right, and I'm sorry to be right about this one because I don't think it's good for the Europeans. It's not good for the Americans as well. But I said a lot of things will happen like this. Another institutions will be created. And I realized that, or at least I said that's what's going to happen. Remember when they first started, the Europeans at the order from above, from Zimbabwe, from across Atlantic, when they told the Russian ships that they cannot haul or they cannot deliver oil, or transport tankers. The tankers cannot because they don't have some kind of insurance. And the insurance is, the permit for the insurance is issued by some, I don't know, in the Netherlands, another big country, the Netherlands or something. And they say, well, we're not going to give you license to operate your tankers around the world because we say so. And you are under the sanctions. And I said, what? They needed a year for the Russians to realize, say something about it, instead of saying then, okay, we're going to form our new thing. It probably takes time to, get all the guys together, talk to them, and then say, okay, we do it. Hey, I think we might do this. But everything is already in place, ready to go. I hope it is like this. Why I hope? Competition is always good. So, and they're not going to stop only at this one. It's going to stop at many other things. Remember, Russian tankers cannot deliver certain kind of products in Europe. In the ports, they cannot, because they said so. They're going to be separate, but equal. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.